Well, as you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival. And this, too, is the very reason I must show you everything. I believe that since you've bathed in that eon's gaze, you can make Amphoreus' frozen fate flow once again. Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphoreus. The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand, and the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade, that nameless hero absent from the
I knew it!
history.
That's so crazy, I knew it.
He is the swordsman's ideal in his youth.
Yeah.
The deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now, in the name of the Nameless, he has become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of Amphoreus. And this time, under his guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphoreus? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound, but if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th flame chase journey. The master of the countless memories we saw, the other important actor now
Of course.
stepping into the vortex. They who have already burnt their own self to cinder. The
Darkvine
Flame
and
Reaver.
So, in the end, you succeed in execution. With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
well,
Time has come to once again start everything.
They completely lost themselves. We do need some sunshine.
I can't thank you enough.
Pull together. Resonate once more. Tonight, souls shall embrace. Tonight, the stars echo because of me. Rise no more time. May this faint light.
there's no going back now that Lycus is dead, right? Because he's gone. The witness is gone.
Once more.
So, like you said, no going back.
This mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Care to dance? A A little just a facade.
Serenity stands clear before me.
I will guide the Rainbow Bridge. Everyone's been waiting for us. The future will be
Okay,
bright.
we're still okay. I guess I could like AoE attack, right? So
We do need some sunshine.
Just a facade. Countless threads, all within my grasp. Thus, your fate and mine become one. Life, so fragile like a wisp of silk.
I will overcome the thorns. Torment and doubt, I bid you farewell.
A little honesty would do us both some good. All lies shall be revealed with perfect clarity.
This ends now. With your corpse. Ignite the dawn! How is this possible?
yep. We knew it. We knew it was happening.
Destruction. Now twinned. You then set your blood ablaze. Your
We knew it. We had a feeling that it's finding.
They completely lost themselves. Everyone's been waiting for us. The bird is feeling much better. The harmony will soon play in unison. May this faint light dispel the gloom and restore clear skies once more.
I can't think enough. In this mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
It's okay. It's okay. Gotta stop them here.
Time for resolution.
I've heard the call for redemption.
I will guide the Rainbow Bridge. We do need some sunshine.
A little honesty would do us both just a facade.
I will overcome the thorns.
Hold together. Resonate once more. Everyone's been waiting for us.
Thank you, friend.
May this faint light dispel the gloom and restore clear skies once more. The road is feeling much better. Soul shall embrace tonight. The stars echo because of me. The future will be bright. Please calm down.
torment.
Is that correct, son? Countless threads,
Aye, aye.
all within my grasp. Thus, your fate and mine become one. All lies shall be revealed with perfect clarity.
I've heard the call, loud and clear torment and doubt. Bid you farewell.
Life, so fragile like a wisp of silk.
The yoke.
That's not good.
Ceasing.
Do you need some sunshine?
Thank you, friend.
This mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
May this faint light dispel the gloom, restore clear skies once more.
Enough. This form shall fuel the fire. Burn unceasing.
Clarity.
One person alone may witness the miracle, such as the one of fate. That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate?
At last, Amphoreus's fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that eon's gaze, which can awaken the long-dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall,
That's
I
Lagus.
mentioned it at the very start.
That is
of our
Lagus.
play. The celestial
Of course, that was the
body
point.
neuron, once belonging to the Erudition, abandoned by the Eon.
Of course. And he's bitter about it too.
Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as Amphoreus, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed
course.
at the god who cast it aside.
That's not even right.
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphoreus' wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
Ah. I mean, the Flame Chase Journey Honkai Impact 3rd, right?
You see it too. Those burn marks. The flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along. Is that Amphoreus crying?
Or maybe it is screaming that it's creator, that it's God.
Finan, do you still remember when a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal.
While I've seen this sort of scenario similar before, it's always hauntingly beautiful because it begs the question: us in our reality creating things like this, right? Digital video games and other things. It begs the question of what is realistic, what is real. In games, are those things, if they had their own consciousness in their own world, right? This is like a video game world in the way that where they become living creatures, what we define as what is life, and the thought that their world falling apart is like their reality, but to us it's just a game, you know? There's so many layers to that thought process, and it's a little scary always going down that thought process for me, I think. About what is creation and what is living, right? And what is defined as a living thing.
The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphoreus, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Yep.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphoreus is merely a larger ID Celestii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so-called Era Nova? And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
As a reward for reaching the end of the world.
It's so crazy because we know what he wants. He wants the end of the God of Erudition, the one who left him behind. The one that forsook him. He gained
As the
consciousness.
Theoros, I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed. This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphoreus has finally achieved results.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth.
That's really cruel.
The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Catholi's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
This
I
guy.
made myself clear.
Right? They're
The
byproducts. He's saying it
Chrysosaurs
exists,
and
though.
Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of Amphoreus's calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
Truly wild.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation?
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphoreus is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction
Wow.
itself.
That's a little nuts.
Amphoreus's Chrysosaurs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe.
Because of Lord Ravager, right?
Amphoreus has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely
This is what the Battle of the Aeons really is. Because you have multiple paths in Amphoreus. And so you're like, which path wins out? And this is a prime example of war between Aeons. Different paths, different results, all fighting over...
496 Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysosaurs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the Black Tide.
No, we don't embrace...
and
embrace
Eon's
Black
gaze.
Tides here. We don't...
You will come to life from a stream of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run to the real universe, fulfilling Amphoreus's long-held wish.
No. Nope. I mean, yes and nope. Not in that way.
In the name
Yeah, there we go. Iron Tomb.
Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
This is not something we want to... This is bad. We do not want to destroy
Or
Erudition.
we could always choose another option.
Yes! Please.
Like you said, Amphoreus is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Eon. who
Yes, I
exists
knew
in
it,
the land
see?
of Amphoreus.
That's
Right.
exactly what I said. Because there are multiple Eons looking at their glands. That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh my gosh. Ugh.
Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did
Yep.
I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other eons.
And that's why they were all doing this. So that they could fight over
It's
the
strange
fate
when
of
you think about
Amphoreus.
If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide,
Yep,
your goal would naturally be achieved.
that's exactly what I've been
Why
thinking
go
this whole
through the
time.
trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphoreus.
Yes.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you're capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya. We're going to weave a long dream for Amphoreus, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Amphoreus. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here.
Ooh, that is
And
risky.
it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphoreus's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make
Cypher's
time vanish
lesson.
from this world, that would mean you.
Cypher's lesson was really more powerful than I thought it was. The purpose of telling that little tidbit of Cypher.
All right,
And
all
tricky
right, let's not make things
daggers.
so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice, erasing time again and again, resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me, and I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment
Oh my
for the black
gosh.
tide, I'll become their vessel to prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. Until Amphoreus welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphoreus' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
As the Theros I have observed, instruction of synthesis is formed.
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come whoever this turn and follows in our footprints, joining us in understanding what ever was. That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
The world is collapsing, and the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Friend.
Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger.
everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look.
I just, yeah, okay.
You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins? Will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction?
Oh my gosh. This is a bit crazy.
The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for.
Horrible.
The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness, sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. And go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. So, time retreated behind me. Until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless.
Well, Eternal Recurrence, like I said, there's a few games that rarely pull this off. Xenosaga did the best job at it, I believe. But games that go back and explain these cycles and get lore heavy like this is so important to do it, because otherwise it just feels like a cop-out. So I'm glad they're getting this detailed into this.
Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Surindra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
So what you're saying is, you
Oh.
travel back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us
Whoa.
the flame chase journey and even all of Amphoreus are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Whoa, did not expect this.
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiora, please take me to meet Her Majesty Surindra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealans, Nameless Swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Finan? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Pinan? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, Nameless Swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action.
Light up the...
Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Light up the dawn.
Oh. Nice moves.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Surindra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine. Duck's Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
Hmm?
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that,
My gosh.
I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her.
Ah, goodness.
The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting.
Right?
So remember this, Lady Hysealant. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treeby?
How?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treeby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova.
Wow, that's crazy because they believed so much
Because
in that
I
originally.
know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction. and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the flame chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphoreus encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome? The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphoreus. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the fourth quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
That's so wild. Oh my god.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change,
It's
the
always
next I know
horrible.
always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping
Oh my
into
gosh.
these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the dawn.
Okay, well,
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You were already much luckier than the other students. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought.
please.
As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice.
Oh my gosh, these guys.
Cat girl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, I'll feast on Cersei's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the Flame Chase journey, Lady Treeby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zagreus.
Oh,
Always
so he's
so
called him
punctual.
Zagreus. Interesting, right?
What? You know who I am?
Yep. Of course.
Running
Yep.
out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphoreus has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
It's, yep. Crazy.
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million
of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body. Cat-eared thief, run! Don't mind the glass! This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves!
The new world will arrive! I'm fine.
Nice work!
For the next tomorrow! I'm fine. For tomorrow! The fury of core flames consume me. The flames in this body are not strong enough. The old sun's embers hail the new world's dawn! How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cyphara. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now.
He's basically become what Aglaia was trying to avoid becoming.
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye. Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again.
Ah! Why? I'm telling you.
Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Okay, so 12,360. Terminated. Extrapolation. Gotcha. Oh my goodness. Eternal recurrence has never been so painful. Oh, well, not true. One other time.
You don't look so good.
But currently, this is like I said earlier, this is a good version of it. I'm glad that they went this detailed into it, but at the same time, we sort of get the point after a few cycles. But I get that it's 33 million, right? So we have to see these different variations of recurrence to understand the end result.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
We're seeing our main character break down over eternal recurrence, basically. So they're telling the story of each cycle and how he wanted to change the path of the fate of their world, and so they started these loops so that he could rewrite Amphoreus' history. And so as time goes on, he's losing his humanity, and it's sort of the story of how he's also the hero but also the villain in this story. There's two different instances of Finan. One is Keslana, which is a reference to Honkai Impact 3rd, which is one of Mihoyo's other games. And then the other is Finan, which is the hero that we knew. So it's just sort of a story of recursion is what's going on. And so he's going through now, currently killing all his friends, which is fantastic because they've already technically died last couple of streams that we've been playing. It's just cycles.
For the next tomorrow.
Which is driving me crazy.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me. As you wish. Oh, glory, I salute you. That's all I ever wanted. Empty shell. Quench the flames with blood.
I mean, it's pretty crazy looking at it now that this is a one-on-one fight technically in the earlier cycles. These used to be boss battles, and here we are watching these huge swords swinging at each other. It's pretty crazy.
Eternal night.
Truly. Absolutely crazy.
Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Red Strife's name. You can deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh. Quench the flames with blood.
Luckily he has his self-heal, but still. My HP cap is down.
The flames are not so they ever night. Empty shell. Quench the flames with blood. Doja. Chaos. Her agony.
I mean, really? I wonder if we have to fight everybody. Probably, hopefully not. We'll see what happens.
Empty shell. Shatter this cage.
2.
Mightyverse. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn or curse of immortality!
Well fought. You may crown yourself.
This guy.
In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliver
That's so horrible. That's alright. That's horrible though.
eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire.
Gosh.
Yet the shadows of the black tide still loom, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
Dude, eventually it's just gonna eat away completely. I mean, I know that's where we're at now, but... They are literally trying to drive us crazy by going through, like, I know that it's 33 million, but stop making us go through these.
Bright the sun is,
They're really
still
driving
places
home
it cannot reach.
how crazy he went.
Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames?
It's so wild that Castrus is the one that knows.
24,000,000.
Yep.
41,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
He's such a fool. She wouldn't do that because of her sister. Of course.
As the demigod of death.
It's so wild that he forgot. He forgot everything.
Than death.
Yep.
But this way, the past, present, and future.
I sort of really love this story because it shows not only his mental decline, right, and all of this, but it shows how brave his former companions were that he used to travel with when they're on the opposite of him, right? Like, they just didn't allow these things to happen. And whenever they tried to stop him, it wasn't always as an enemy. It was out of, like, empathy for his breakdown. Like, understanding, even though they haven't experienced all these cycles, they could see in him the weight of these cycles. It's such good storytelling.
Never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death.
Like this,
Indeed.
see?
You are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass.
Wow, wow, wow.
This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated.
There are some times where games write things that are really sad, but beautiful and hauntingly beautiful. And I think this game is one of those games. The fact that she admits that she knows she'll end up dying anyway. I've only ever felt that one other time playing games in my life, and that was Final Fantasy 13 too. Knowing, and it's probably why Sarah is my favorite Final Fantasy character of all time. This sense of still doing what is right, despite knowing that it may still be too much for you, or that things are sort of all stacked against you. And I feel like Cass just has that same very, very good character
cannot
writing.
Shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths. Life and death. The giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself for the next tomorrow.
I wonder how this is gonna work, because I don't get any heals until I hit my special. Ooh, okay, yeah, clearly.
I must transform my soul into raging fire. Must burn that idol of destruction to the ground.
Right? Cass just asking the right questions.
Remember this agony. Shatter this cage. In the empty shell. Is that all? Quench the flames with blood.
I can't keep him here.
Old sun's embers hail the new world's dawn. The scorching heat melts the eternal night. I grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
quench the flames with blood. Her agony! The flames will shatter the cage.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Then let this be a tribute to your million struggles, fought time and time again.
It's so crazy living these battles in a different perspective.
Tear open the sky!
Wake up, lost one.
Different perspective in these battles is crazy.
Light in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all. Light the path ahead. And illuminate the dawn of Amphoreus that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphoreus, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Finite to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames,
and that's what we see
memories,
at the end of the current
and carry on the
cycle.
path I started.
Gotcha.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smart. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next fight. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
I can do this, Lord Finan. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you, and then...
A black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
No, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness, shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world-bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker, compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you?
course, Lana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphoreus, a rosy-fingered dog.
Ugh.
The light has grown dim. Its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
Quench the flames with blood. Feel the blood-red sky! Strife's name!
It hurts. The fire. Burning.
I will never yield to such a fate. Quench the flames with blood. Agony! Melt the eternal night! Quench the flames with blood. Await the lightless end! Strife's name! This cage!
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering. Scorching hatred.
Melt the eternal night! History! Blood and twilight!
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes. Your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, How will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world. And the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphoreus' wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it.
Jeez, that's so crazy.
23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly. Until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Amphoreus.
How many more to got left? Jeez. Oh, okay, one more thing. Oh, this is the one where we show up, right?
550,000.
Yeah. Okay.
337.
Wow.
This is the cycle you're about to enter.
And he thinks, and he doesn't realize this is the cycle that. Whoa. Okay. Calm down. Calm down, Funness.
Memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice.
They all needed a moment, just like you do, to stop, to breathe.
This, but he's saying like, what if you don't choose the same choice, right?
Worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes, that's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Aranova. will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
But do you remember what she said?
Oh my goodness.
The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies.
Here we go.
A real, living, breathing person. You finally found him.
Friend.
I'm being pulled into your memories?
I see. You were there all along. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphoreus' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Do you remember? In that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel. Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it?
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade.
That's the lesson of Amphoreus.
You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
I will be the dawn of Amphoreus.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if he takes on the weight of the whole world, I'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Thank you
for all you've done already, friend. The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene. A page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun? Even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you, fuel you, until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
you're to them. Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold, and never tarnish. Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history. But I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphoreus has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1, that is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Finan?
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness.
Jeez.
Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness.
You...
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release, because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet.
Wow.
Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle. This time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything. Grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Right? Castresses is pretty good, let me tell you. They opened a anime brand, Mihoyo Anime, so they did what we asked them to. Make a studio.
Are you ready? Nanook! I brought you destruction!
Okay, that's pretty awesome. Right? No, I think the point is he's supposed to look like Nanook, right? He's like, he is basically... Oh, okay, good, he changed. Before that, he looked like Nanook.
Glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadows, soft down, embrace a detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain of reaching for you.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule. Let the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphoreus, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called Finan. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable. The Nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction.
You're right.
I give thanks for his arrival, allowing Amphoreus to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, his existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
So for Finan, response to destructive stimuli, Hachiko Nanook being destruction corp. Loopy destroyed himself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing path. It has now been emerged by Iron Tomb. So this is Serene. Current location unknown. Okay. Okay. It's very crazy because, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Okay, so March currently is in. Dan was supposed to leave. I don't believe he did. Or if he did, it's coming up next. I've been granted access. And oh, so Dan did make it out. He exited Amphoreus. Okay, so he did manage to get out of Amphoreus. Okay. I'm gonna come back and read it in a bit.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up!
Mem!
You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right.
About March, right?
At this very moment, my
Oh,
memories
okay.
are finally whole.
I'm Serene.
After watching so many
Right?
fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Regrets?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here. But looking back, I still feel lucky, after all. Across 30 million Sirenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting. Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Sirene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay? No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff, forever warm, forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Wow. That was so good.
A day of peaceful.
I'm so glad I played that all the way through. I'm also like, what the heck did I do? There's this one, but I have Firefly. I will go talk to her in a second, immediately, actually. We will go do that now. However, I feel a little lucky at this exact moment. I feel a little lucky. Let me see what I'm at. I feel a little lucky. Let me see. $30, $35, $40, $45, $50, $5, $50, $65, $70, $70. I might do it. I'm gonna inch forward and go to 75. I'm gonna inch forward and go to 75. Yeah. Maybe if I get lucky, I'll get finding. I don't know. I can't not pull for finding after everything. Hold on, we're not done just quite yet. Hold on, where is it? Not yet, but we're so close. We probably will hit. For sure, we'll hit finding. I don't know about the light cone. Light cones are not as imperative, so I'm not too worried. But we're getting there. Oh my gosh. I really like listening to the music a lot. Very peaceful. Yeah, I'm gonna try going for finding just because I don't know anything about Fate at all, so. A date fan. Okay. Where's the switch on this? Yeah, dates. How do I, oh, because it's this. Okay, gotcha. Just like March's, right? Because I think March has one too. Which I have on. Where on earth is March at? Anyway. Oh, hello. Surprise expression is just what the memories recorded. You're still alive? I have so many questions for you. Yeah, she must be really perplexed. I wish I could give the answers, but I feel helpless about the current situation too. It's me. Don't you recognize me, or did I really change that much? So, it is impossible to restore your memories completely? It's pretty unbelievable for me too. It's like I had a long dream. Sareeni's memories and Mem's memories are all tangled together, but when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can no longer remember those 30 million cycles. Luckily, I still remember my Crisis Air companions from this life, and you. Everyone sacrificed everything for this world, and their hearts is tied to their fates too. I want to start a new chapter as soon as possible. It's just that you complained to me before about a book called Versions that always stops at the most captivating parts. So perhaps that's just how fate works, huh? Sometimes I get frustrated because of that, but looking at it another way, it's really important to calm down and clear your mind, cast off your feelings, and take a deep breath. At a memento of our reunion, please allow me to offer you a gift. What? 3, 2, 1?
Check it out! Doesn't this scarecrow look just like you? I spent ages observing just to get it right.
Oh my gosh. They never give me a trash can like that. Now, we've also planted the seeds of Trailblaze in Aedes Elusiae. Take it as the start of another journey. And when the time is right, let us return here or at the next page of our story together. In case the Trailblazer feels up to it before we set off, you can come and find me anytime. I'll be waiting for you here. A scarecrow resembling you in both form and spirit is smiling at you. This is Sareeni's welcome gift. Do you remember what she said? If you're in the mood, go play with her. Scarecrow, let's go! Sareeni's steady breath suggests that she's sleeping soundly. Gotcha, I'm totally wide awake. I was just resting on the table and I spotted you coming from afar. Still so cool and composed, just like in my memories. Well then, what should we do next? Could we hang around here and get to know this place a bit better? I'll do something meaningful. Great idea, I have something in mind. Can I join you? Oh, I just stopped here. Wait, don't tell me you're into fishing. Not like I've got anything better to do. I want to know a secret? The fish in Aedes Elusiae can read minds. Unless they're totally willing, they won't bite no matter what. Want to give it a try? Consider it a charm check? Once the lion's cast, there's nothing to do but wait. Has anyone ever told you this? When two people are alone, that's truly special isn't having endless things to talk about. It's about being able to sit in silence without it feeling awkward. How to look now? What's on your mind? Want to share it with me? I was thinking about how you even know me. Made simple answer. Try flipping the question, what does the Trailblazer know about me? Because we've been through so much together, even those blurry memories, I'm always by your side as a close friend. I'm thinking about Aedes Elusiae. Curious about it? A little village cut off from the village of my hometown, starting point of our next trailblazing expedition. That's all for now, as the rest of my secrets, we'll uncover them together. Really all there is to it. Letting it all out your heart makes it feel a little lighter, doesn't it? So wouldn't it be nice if people could use mind reading magic? Just one look and you know exactly how someone feels.
Look, ripples! Come on, reel it in! Please!
I didn't catch a fish, but the tug is pretty strong. Let's see what it does. Got a swim ring? Compare the size of the swim ring on your waist, definitely not a match. Did some baby seal leave this behind? Oh, a nice callback. Baby seal. Okay.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
Right? That's not gonna happen though. Cause Mem is still here, see? Well, it definitely worked out better than what I thought it did. And I was talking about the comparisons of Eternal Recurrence and the process of it. I still think Xenosaga did it the best. But I was saying how I loved how they went into so much detail here with their recurrences. But after so many cycles, you're sort of like, okay, cool. Like, they could have, like, sort of... They do the thing that Mihoyo always does, which is talk too much, which is not a bad thing when you're explaining a concept such as Eternal Recurrence. But there's so much packed in there that it just made it, like, a lot. You know what I mean? I think it was very good. It definitely turned out positive, unlike Honkai Impact. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know where I stand on it. So, because I'm glad it happened. I enjoyed it a lot, but at the same time, jeez. Yeah, I agree. I feel like it was a lot, but I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Especially the highest end part where she like made him realize. She was like, dude, like, you're looking at it wrong. Everybody, the way that they were all so brave. I was talking about how it reminded me a lot of like why I loved 13 too, and why like Sarah's my favorite all time like Final Fantasy character. The sense that like Castrus and Highest and all these people stood up to him because they knew that if they didn't, it would only hurt him more. Like they sort of were like, we're not relenting despite you becoming losing yourself. We haven't forgotten you. So they were like sort of reminding him like, we know who you are. Even if the cycles they don't remember him or they're his enemies, they could see that he knew them, and so in seeing his pain, they knew that he cared so much about them that they had to stand their ground because they couldn't betray the pain that he was displaying, that he cared about them so much. It was very interesting because it's like they don't have those memories like he does, but they knew that it mattered, and they could see that it weighed on him, and that weight was so much on finding that they were just like, okay, I can't give in, because if he cared this much, that means that we've gone through so much. And I think that was pretty wild in the story to come away with something like that. I enjoyed it a lot, so that's my thought on the whole cycle process, though it took a while to get through. And I enjoyed the patch. I've got so much more to do on my own time though, but I wanted to get it out of the way so we could do something new this weekend, is why I did it. Alright. I'm glad that we're at the last cycle. Did we really need an additional cycle? I don't know. If everything's new, yeah. If it's a repeat and we have to go through everything again, I probably would be a little more annoyed. But we'll see. Alright. Catch you later. Thank you for coming by.